How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Mom?
Oh, I hear many youthful voices.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already...
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona?
Who are you? Who dares imitate my
And what of imitation and mimicry?
Oh, it's Alice. I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people?
So I see everyone's here. Well then.
Miss Alice, why would you...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have...
Why she sounds so...
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table?
It's a really long...
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this...
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was...
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a... Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animo Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
So this is where the legendary mages held their meetings.
That's right. We often met here to chat.
Then what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a...
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just...
So it was indeed written by...
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you...
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name, Rhindaughter. Also, if there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N. otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction, and some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to... She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in...
The one who would never lie is... me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for... As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt...
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an exceptional human writer. Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the... I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world.
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage.
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are...
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay?
Precisely. There was only, please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come.
So,
All journeys are fleeting, dear child. I believe, but no matter how, as long as we can be with our beloved friends.
I still don't get it.
Anyway,
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to...
Yes, it's windblume again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary day.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many... just in time.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd